Welcome back to Your Hour. Joining us now is David Garcia from the Wichita Public Library. And you wanted to talk to us about some of the ongoing programs.
Yeah, we always have a lot going on at the Wichita Public Library. That's one of the best things that we have to offer is free events for all ages, all interests. We know that times like spring break, summer break, winter break are kind of lulls, and maybe you kind of want to rip your hair out from being at home all day. So we
With the kids.
right. So we really enjoy next week. We have tons of events, especially for families, kids, children, and teenagers, that will get them engaged, interacting, learning a little bit, but they'll really see it more as fun and engagement. So even if you're not interested in attending an event throughout the week, the library is just a great place to hang out for a while, get out, read, find a quiet spot, or strike up a conversation with a neighbor, and see what you can find. There's lots to offer at the Wichita Public Library.
Oh, there is. And if you've got a project that you have a little part that you need to make, they got a 3D printer.
That's right, yeah.
I think that's so cool.
Our makerspace at the Advanced Learning Library is a little known gem in the community. We have a 3D printer. You can rent out a sewing machine. We have, what else do we have? I'm blanking on it right now. Oh, a Cricut cutter if you want to make stickers.
Nice. Yeah.
We even have like a mug press if you want to make your customized mug. So really, if you're feeling crafty this next week or really throughout the library is a great place to check out and get going on a project.
Yeah, I think you guys offer so much more than most community libraries offer. It just blows my mind because you guys are really keeping your ear open to what the needs are.
Right. That's something that we really care about at the library is listening to what the community is wanting and trying to meet that demand. You can see it in our collection. We try to always as what everyone is trying to check out and place holds on, but also in the service offerings, the resources, and the events. Something going on during spring break that's really exciting and ties into that is this Pokemon scavenger hunt. We know that a lot of kids love Pokemon. They see that as really fun and exciting, but what they don't realize is by reading the trading card stats and information about each Pokemon, they're really taking in a lot of reading comprehension skills. They're working together. They're thinking through strategy and how they're going to play next, or even if this trade is worth it. We saw a lot of kids trading cards when we did our last, and we hope to see that more, really focus on good sportsmanship, empathy, but also, building up those skills in a way that is just really engaging and exciting for them.
And Pokemon's been around for a few years, quite a few years.
The 30th anniversary was a couple weeks ago, and we threw a big celebration for that and have some other Pokemon Club events going on in March and April. So we're keeping the fun going. Again, really listening to what the community is asking for, and if they're popular, hopefully we can continue them throughout the year.
Sure. And then big reads coming up.
Yes, March is also big read time for us. March 29th is the kickoff. We're doing that at the Angelo branch from 2 to 4. There's a lot of really exciting stuff going on at that location that makes it a perfect tie-in to our big read book. As we've talked about in the past, this poetry book, The Catalog of Unabashed Gratitude, has a lot of stories and mentions of gardening and orchards and the like. Just named library. We have a seed lending library. We're building a community garden. It's named after the poet Maya Angelou. So just a lot of really great tie-ins. We're really excited to show off that space, show off this work that we're doing in the community, but also invite those to read the book with us. We'll have free copies while supplies last at this kickoff. We'll do some select readings of the book, and then throughout the month of April, we'll have lots of great book club discussions. If you're love to attend one of the branches, several of our branches are hosting monthly book clubs focused on the big read book, so that's a great way to get involved. But in general, we're really excited to showcase some local poetry as a result with this big read book. We hope to spark some really great conversation about what community looks like, how poetry can really bring a lot more engagement into our life, a lot of enrichment to our world, and how the connection between nature, gardening, and community is just what makes us human.
Our more popular songs that we hear are poems put to music. I mean, that's basically what what songs are, is poetry put to music. And I think it's kind of interesting how some people say, well, poetry's not really my thing. But if you really stop and read poetry and you really get a feel for what it's saying, it's really very profound.
Right, you can find something poetic in almost everything. Luckily with this book, it's all free verse, so maybe some of those songs feel more like poetry than these poems.
Sure.
So if you're someone that maybe is a little daunted by the thought of getting through a whole book of poems, just recognize that a lot of this is really simple and really easy to dive in.
Yeah, very cool. When I write invitations for events that I'm having at home, it's always in verse form.
You gotta have fun with it.
Well, David, thanks for joining us today. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
And we'll be right back with Simon Hill.